Good morning, gorgeous souls. I told you guys that I would be back live again today with something new to share with you. So, today I want to talk to you about what living with cancer for almost a year taught me. Um, I want to say the number one thing that living with cancer for almost a year taught me was that how we choose to observe something will change how we can treat it. And let me explain and go into what this means a little bit deeper. So, when I first came home and told my husband Alden that I had cancer, hi Bonnie, hi Misty, um, that he told me, he's like, you need to change how you're looking at this. And what he meant by that is that I needed to look at my cancer as not an actual tumor. I needed to look at it as an energetic mass because everything um that everything has energy involved into it, and we can choose to manifest and wield how we desire to look at something. So he said to treat it as looking at it as a mass. Hi mom, hi Bruce, how's it going this morning? So I had to do a lot of mindset work to kind of finagle my mind into tricking myself that it wasn't cancer, that it was just a mass, and that I was going to be able to treat it naturally and get rid of this energetic mass that was sitting on my ovary. It took some work, but I was able to do it. My husband was a great support in teaching me how to do this. If you guys don't know him, he's kind of a fantastic guy. He's been into doing energy work and holistic wellness for like the last 20 years, and he's phenomenal. And I have been very thankful to have him as part of my life. Thanks, baby, if you're watching this. Another thing that living with cancer taught me is that the value of your life is priceless. You guys cannot put a price tag on your life. You have to get up and live every day like every second is worth $1,000,000. You have to wake up every day knowing that you are investing your time in the most important gift that you can ever. Hi, Eric. How's it going? You have to invest every moment like you have just spent $1,000,000 in it, because that's the thing, guys, is that we have this clock of minutes, hours, days, months, years that we don't know when it's going to run out. I've known lots of people that have passed away from cancer, and some passed away 5 days later, some passed away 6 weeks later, and some people were able to live with it for 5 or 6 years before their time was out, and there are some people that will have a heart attack and they pass away, or people will die in their sleep and they're gone. Your life is over. So, we can't take life for granted anymore. We need to wake up and really treat it like this has been $1,000,000 investment for you guys, because that's just the truth. We never know when it's going to end, and it's the greatest gift that we can ever have. I literally, when I first got diagnosed, I was like, that's it, my time's up. I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm going. I had a daughter, which made it even more scary. I have people that I care about, and I wasn't ready to go. I felt like it wasn't my time. So I had to gain this extra energy inside myself that I had to fight. And if I didn't have my husband to help me get this straight, guys, I don't think I could have done it, because changing my mindset was probably the biggest thing that I did to save my own life. And he was a huge part of that for me. So if you guys ever get a chance to meet him, hey Bruce, good morning. Hey Matt, thanks for jumping on. If you guys ever get a chance to meet him, he's probably one of the most amazing people that you guys will ever get to meet. One of the other things that living with cancer taught me is that we need to deal with our emotional baggage. Because if you guys jumped on my live yesterday, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch it, go back and watch it. I posted it on my public figure page, and it's on my personal page, and it goes over how that eating processed foods and all of that stuff and actually being healthy won't help you avoid having cancer, because a lot of the emotional stress that we experience through the day adds inflammation in our body and a stress response. And all of those emotions that get buried alive never die. We stuff them And once you're accumulating all this crap on top of each other and it just keeps piling up, eventually it's going to manifest itself physically. And I believe that's a lot of what that happened with me. I had a lot of childhood trauma that I hadn't dealt with. I had a lot of trauma from past relationships of, friends and family that I experienced that I, just swept under my rug and didn't deal with, that created a lot of problems with me in my adult life that I had to deal with. I don't believe that when my dad passed away from when he had cancer, I don't think that I ever truly emotionally dealt with that enough to fill that void. So I had a lot of things and a lot of holes in my energetic being where I needed to start owning my shit, excuse the profanity, but I needed to own my stuff, and I needed to start filling those holes in my life. Because if you can't fill your own cup and you can't be whole inside yourself, you are not going to be a healthy person. And I can't stress that enough. Azra's jumping on and saying hi this morning. Okay, go sit down. Go get your schoolwork.
Guys.
Okay, go get your schoolwork done, kiddo. She's a funny kid. She's always trying to pop in on Alden and I's lives. It's really funny. And the last thing that I want to share with you guys is that your mindset affects everything in your life.
I'm making myself some chips.
It's going to affect how you are at your job, how you are in your relationships, how you are in your friendships. It's going to affect how you treat yourself. It affects how you see the world. And so if you don't exercise, hi Sally, thanks for jumping on. Good to see you, Amanda. If we don't start taking steps to get our mindset right, we're never going to do anything to succeed in life, because if you don't change your mindset, you're not going to change what you're doing and how you're doing it in your life. So we all need to take accountability and show up for ourselves every day at whatever cost that means to you. Whether that's getting up a little bit earlier to make sure that you're getting your chores done so you're not stressed out when you get home from work. Even putting yourself out there and asking for help when you guys are feeling lost. If you're, hey, I'm moving, but you don't have anybody there to help you, post on Facebook and ask somebody. You might actually be surprised how many people that you have impacted in your life by just being a genuine person that has had integrity, because I know most of you guys out there, we all have pride. That's what it comes down to. And we need to start changing our mindset and altering that and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. Because until you experience vulnerability and moving past those negative emotions, you can't change them. And that's something that, moving through cancer, I had to change how I looked at almost everything. And it was a struggle. The one thing that was the biggest change in the mindset that I had to force myself through is eating. I will tell you what, that was crazy for me, because one of the things that I had to do to get rid of my cancer, I went to an all raw vegan diet. And let me tell you, from learning how to cook the meat and all the starches and everything, and going from taking out all the dairy, we got rid of milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream, it all went. And having to learn how to shift my mindset and being like, okay, I'm either going to have to change everything that I eat or die. Most people that I have ever met that have had cancer, this is their biggest struggle, is learning how to change their mindset around the diet. Because really what it comes down to is that we have to change our mindset about what we're giving up in our life. And people don't want to give up their soda. They don't want to give up the sweets. They don't want to give all that stuff up, because it's like we've created this relationship where we have to have those things. And the moment that somebody asks you to give something up, life is over. Thanks, AJ. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Because I'm really, and it's really funny that I'm sitting here talking about vulnerability, because right now I feel really vulnerable, and it's been really hard for me to get out and share my message, because almost the entire time that I was going through my treatment, I only told about 4 people. I told my husband, his mom, and 2 of my friends. My family, my own mom, my brother, my sister, my stepdad, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, several of my other best friends, no one even knew, because I was stuck in this mindset that I needed to do this on my own, that I wanted to not have people, you know, I didn't want to post on Facebook being like, oh, you guys, this really shitty thing happened and I got diagnosed with cancer and I might die. I didn't want to share that mindset with people because I didn't want to have the pity party, because the moment that you know, and that was part of my own pride. I didn't want people feeling sorry for me. I didn't want to have to explain over and over again what I was dealing with, because I didn't want to be vulnerable. I didn't want to accept help from anybody, because I was so prideful that I wanted to do it on my own. But at the end of the day, I needed help, because there were days where I was tired. There were days that I had pain. There were days that my emotions hit so low that I didn't want to get out of bed, but I was thankful enough to have those 4 or 5 people that were calling on me consistently. My husband took really good care of me. His mom was great. And so I had the fortunate opportunity that I allowed myself to be vulnerable, and my daughter was great too. And so I was fortunate enough to be able to change my mindset and let some of that pride go, because I needed help. I needed to have a support system, which is what all of you guys need to help you guys get through your life. We all need to have a support system. And I don't think, had I not had that, I don't think I would have made it. I really honestly don't. I think the most important thing that I have done in my life is try to adopt certain values and morals to be able to change my mindset and change the way that I look at stuff. It's not perfect, guys. I'm human. You know, I know a lot of you guys and a lot of my friends look to me for emotional support and helping them get to change their mindset. But it's not a perfect science. You're going to have days where you struggle. You're going to have days where you wake up and you're grouchy as soon as you get out of bed. But guess what? As long as you can start recognizing those patterns and those habits, you have the opportunity every day to change that. And when you start changing that, your life will manifest itself exactly how you want it. And anyways, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to inbox me or DM me. I also want to remind you guys that very soon, my book that I wrote about how I got rid of my cancer and what I did and my story is coming out very soon. I'm going to post the link in the comments, because I have an email list that I am allowing everybody to sign up on. And when that book comes out,
Mom,
that I will send that to you guys for free, because I feel that this information is so valuable that everybody needs to know that there are things that you can do to change your life to be able to make it better. And also, please, 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 if this message resonates with any of you guys, or you think that there's somebody that needs to hear this message today, please share it.
Mom, the cat just got out.
Anyway, well, I'll leave you guys with that today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.